Him and that girl, they go to the bar together, and they wound up going back to her place. They wound up sleeping together. You know how it goes, and here's where things start to get bad. The next morning, when Shawn Oakman woke up, he was getting calls and texts saying there was 4 police calls that were waiting outside for him. And whenever they saw him, they told him he was accused of you know what, and here's what he had to say. I said, who, me? Impossible. You have to have the wrong person. From there, it was a wrap. On April 3rd, 2016 at 8 a.m., I was charged with blank, aka you know what, to second degree. My life was officially over as I knew it.
The accusation happened. Where were you when that happened?
I was in bed. Roommate was calling me. Stayed at a friend house. Roommate was calling me. I'm so on cloud 9 at this time of my life. It's like, call me like 7, 8 a.m. Hey, bro. The cops at the house. I'm like, bro, what you do?
Yeah.
He said, they're not here for me. They here for you. I said, okay, bet, I'm on my way. I'm still not thinking. Still have no clue what's going on. Get to the house, they say, you know such and such? Yes, I do. Were you with such and such last night? Yes, I was. Well, she accused you of such. Really? I don't believe it. Immediately called her twice. No answer. Called my agent next. This girl keep me. What should I do? Give me a lawyer number. Call a lawyer. Okay, I'm gonna let them do an investigation. I'm not worried about anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's everything you work for your whole life.
After he graduated, he worked at a bunch of different jobs, like in a warehouse, and he was packing diapers for $11 an hour. And while he was working, he could hear people saying bad things about him. And Shawn Oakman stated, every day I couldn't get away from it. I was a headline on the news for a week. I was trying to get to court. And when I say this girl literally ruined his life, this is what I'm talking about. One of the places he worked at fired him because of these accusations. So not only did he miss out on millions of dollars in the NFL, he couldn't even get a normal job. Here's another quote that Shawn Oakman had to say, and I know I'm reading off a bunch of quotes, but they're so important to the story. Most everybody turned their backs on me. For 3 years of my life, I was stuck in 2016. I had to live in Waco. I had to see the same people over and over and over again, and everyone looking at me like I was a blank.
You knew
Yeah.
that you didn't do it. And they wanted you to take a plea deal, right?
They wanted me to take it. They offered me probation, like 3-year probation.
And you refused. Why?
You gonna offer me probation? And on the other hand, you offer me 20 years. Something wrong with that picture. You don't get somebody 20 years and then offer them probation. It just doesn't equate. And also I knew if I took a plea, my dream of playing football would never have happened.
When you come out with this stuff on a NFL player or soon to be NFL player just to ruin his career, I don't even know what to say about that. I think the nicest way to say it is you're a disgusting person. And I'll take it a step even farther. I think she deserves to be in jail. Anyways, like I was saying though, here's where she messed up because she deleted a bunch of texts from that night that contained a lot of evidence. And once again, it all goes back to her not being the brightest apple in the bunch. I guess she just doesn't understand the government. They can access those texts just because you deleted it. It's somewhere out there.
A digital forensics analyst told the jury the woman deleted text messages with Oakman asking him to meet her at the nightclub.
And that's exactly what happened, but also, here's another key and vital point. The woman claimed there was no, how do I say this without getting demonetized on YouTube? There was no sucky action. She claimed that she didn't suck his lollipop. That's a better way to say it. But guess what? On the DNA test she took, there was you know what in her mouth. There was DNA from him in her mouth. I'll throw the word up on the screen. There was this type of DNA in her mouth. So boom, that was huge right there because pretty much she got caught lying in court. 1, she lied right there, and 2, she deleted the text messages that contained a lot of evidence. Now, I don't know what was in those text messages. I could never find them, but I guess it was important. And the reason I say it was important, or it had to be important, is because he was found not guilty on all charges. This all started in 2016. He got proven not guilty in 2019. This went on for 3 years. And why it hurts me to even talk about it is it shouldn't even went on that long. Everything wasn't all good though. Just because he got proved innocent didn't mean these NFL teams or a different league was going to run after him and be like, okay, we want to get him, sign him right away. No, it doesn't happen like that. Because even if these teams do pick him up, they're going to have to answer all these hard questions. Here's what one of his managers or agents, I can't remember which one, he had to say about it. And he's referring to after the 2019 NFL draft. We've had interest from 3 NFL teams after the 2019 draft, and we have an offer from a CFL team. It's been pretty disappointing. No one wants to go to the podium and answer the questions. Shawn absolutely should be in the NFL, and it's a travesty that he isn't. There are plenty of NFL people who will talk about Shawn. It's just that management has a set policy, and they don't want to break the policy, even though Shawn was found innocent.
People don't really know though.
No,
you didn't walk out with a big blank check. They just said you're exonerated.
They say you free.
And here you go. What did they give you?
They didn't give you nothing. They give you paperwork to sign, say you ain't got to report to the state no more. That's it. They don't worry about nothing about that 3 years that you had to do. Nothing
The
about
money, the millions that could have been.
Doesn't matter.